What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. I'm back, finally, another video. This is for the post-fight for the Showtime card. First off, I want to say this. I had Abner Mares winning the fight against Yanni Perez. I had him winning by 2 rounds. Pretty much based on his activity level. Even though the activity level went a bit down in the middle stages of the fight, I did have Abner Mares winning the fight. Pretty much from using his combinations, moving around the ring generalship, and really that's how I have him winning the fight. Ring generalship, basically working shots very well from the outside and moving around quite well. Though he was on his bicycle a little too much in the fight, but at the same time he was working very well in the fight and pretty much using his left jab, to set up his combinations and just simply moving. So he did do a very good job of doing that. Me, I had Abner Mares winning the fight by a decision by 2 rounds. I had him winning the fight by 2 rounds. But anyway, on to the important fight that just ended very early. Marquez versus Vazquez 4. Me personally, I thought the fight was gonna last a lot longer, but as we all know, the scar tissue in Israell Vazquez's eyes kind of opened up. The eyes opened up. He couldn't see or anything, and led to the knockdown round 3. Me personally, I had Marquez winning the fight by a shutout. That was my call. I had him winning by a shutout because I did think he was doing a good job of landing first, and other than landing first, he was able to get the bigger and more effective shots off. So I think due to the fact that he did have the bigger and he had the better shots and was able to land the better shots against Vazquez, that's why I had him winning the fight, just simply based on that. He was able to land combinations. He came out very determined and really wanted to knock him out. And round 3 came. Vazquez went down a couple times. He went down the first time. The second knockdown was, the first cut was off of a punch. The second cut was off a headbutt, according to the referee, and it led to Vazquez going down and getting up and then just taking a beating. The ref stops the fight in the 3rd round. Honestly, it's on the level of the other fights. No, but not by any means. It has the same level of action, but it's just short and sweet, very short and succinct. And we did see Vazquez kind of get off a few times, but Marquez was able to get the better of him. He was able to, he kind of stayed on the outside and did what he wanted to do. He stayed on the outside, got his combinations off from the outside, and was able to get on the inside. And then the announcers were even talking about he was making a mistake standing in front of him. But what mistake was he making? Especially since Vazquez was cut, over one eye. And if you cut him on the other eye, then the fight more likely was going to be over with anyway very soon. So we all know about the eye problems of Vazquez and stuff. Hopefully, me personally, I hope that this is the last fight for both of them. Both of them have really put it out on the line for these fights. And I said on Vic Carbone's video, the longer this fight goes, the more it takes out of the careers and the lives of both fighters. Because of the pace that these fighters fight at. They fight at a very fast pace, and they hit each other with very hard combinations and very hard shots. And I've mentioned this before, trilogies, and especially quadrilogies, take so much out of fighters. It takes a lot of energy out of fighters. Both of these men couldn't fight for about a year, because of the fast pace, the high octane and exhilaration that these dudes have fought at. And hopefully, me personally, I just hope that this is the last fight for both of them, because of the pace that both of them have fought at. Just keep this series even 2-2, and just retire. The trilogy You know, these fights have been a spectacle to the sport of boxing, hands down. But me personally, I do think that pretty much their careers are over, if you ask me, because, you know, Marquez even the score. Vazquez has 2 victories over Marquez, and really both of them don't have much left. That's just my opinion. I don't think they have much left because of, and pretty much primarily due to these fights, because of the level that they fought at and the way that they outdid themselves. You know, that's the reason I don't think that they can fight much longer. And Vazquez, you know, he has scar tissue and the eye problems, and something I didn't mention in my prediction video. Me personally, I had Vazquez winning the fight by 11th round stoppage, but I forgot to take into mind that he did have eye surgery and the scar tissue over both the eyes. So that's something I didn't take in mind. But the Marquez won a very good showing. It was primarily the ring general, got shots out first, had very good combinations, good power shots, and he moved around. He was a ring general, and, you know, pretty much he won this fight, earned this fight. And, you know, really I just hope that, you know, and me watching the trilogy today, I watched all 3 fights today before this fight, kind of get myself in the mood for this fight. Hopefully this is the last fight for both of them. This is just my opinion. Hopefully this is the last fight for both of them. It was at featherweight. Featherweight's a very good division because you have some good young up and coming fighters, and, you know, I'm not saying that they wouldn't give these fighters trouble, but they would be fighting at the same pace against young fighters like a Yuriorkis Gamboa. Cristobal Cruz, I believe, is a featherweight. I think he had a fight tonight. Other dude, Caballero, Juan Manuel Lopez. So you have, and Chris John. You have a lot of fighters in this division, young fighters, who could more than likely give these fighters a lot of trouble and make them kind of fight at the same pace. And really fighting at this pace is dangerous. And, you know, Marquez, I take my hat off to him. Great victory tonight. You know, even the score. And Vazquez and Marquez, me personally, I just think they both need to retire. I think they need to call it quits. I think they both just need to throw in the towel because, you know, it's even. It's even. You know, nothing else they could really do in the sport. They won championships. You know, nothing else they could really do other than go up and fight another young fighter. And, you know, what good is it for them to fight, you know, a Juan Manuel Lopez, young fighter who could hurt one of them, definitely hurt Marquez or Vazquez, or Yuriorkis Gamboa, who is fast and has a great work rate, or a technical fighter like a Chris John, or Caballero, tall, rangy fighter. These fighters are top of the division, and I just think that they'd be trouble for these fighters. So I just think that this should be, as I mentioned 100 times already in this video, this should be the last fight for both of them. But anyway, thanks for watching. That was Distance. Peace.